Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Friday night, and before I go to bed, I thought it would be fun to do yet another video celebrating our 400th YouTube subscription, and we have recently reviewed Tekken 4, so let's keep that 4 theme going, and we are going to be reviewing Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution for the PlayStation 2, but we're not just going to be playing this in any mode. For the purposes of this review, we're going to be playing Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution in its 10th anniversary arcade mode. So this version of Virtua Fighter 4 for the PlayStation 2 will look just like Virtua Fighter 1. So without further ado, let's get down to some Virtua fighting. Now, for the purposes of this review, we are going to set this to 1 round here. We'll get out of this here. Go to our arcade mode, because that's the way I like to play these games. And let's get to it now. I enjoy Virtua Fighter, but I am not a connoisseur of Virtua Fighter the same way that I am of Street Fighter or Tekken, although Sega is really my favorite video game platform and video game company, and Sega Saturn is my favorite video game console, although there is some qualifications there. I do really enjoy lots of other video game consoles, but Saturn's really the closest one to my heart. So without further ado, let's get down to playing my favorite Virtua Fighter character, Sarah, and we better run home to Mama now. Let's hit start and let's get down to it. So as we can see here, this may be the best version of Virtua Fighter 1 ever. The game mechanics are very smooth, just like Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. However, the graphics look like Virtua Fighter 1, and it does have that bit of Virtua Fighter 1 physics feel where things move a bit more slowly and dramatically, but there's still a lot of fluidity there. It doesn't feel like you're necessarily fighting in water, but you do get a kind of a weightless sense when playing this game here. Now, Virtua Fighter, unlike Tekken, and I'm not as good a Virtua Fighter player as I am a Tekken player, Virtua Fighter relies a lot more on martial arts mechanics. So when you're playing Virtua Fighter, you really are playing this game like you're in an actual martial arts fight. There are no special moves, and timing and pushing forward, pushing backward, knowing when to block, that is really the key to victory here. And this is made by the fine people at Sega AM2, who made all kinds of great Sega arcade games, including a lot of my favorite Sega Saturn games like Fighting Vipers. So I'm basically using my Fighting Vipers fighting style on this game, and it's working well. And playing this game on 1 round is a nice way to just relax and get a quick fighting game in. And if you enjoy the early 1990s, 1980s virtual reality style graphics, then Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution's 10th anniversary mode is definitely the way you want to play this game. Yikes. Oh man. Now the downside to playing this on 1 round is you can be either on the wrong end of that loss there. Alright. See if we can get Kage. Incidentally, I love the opening and closing credits to the Virtua Fighter 2 anime that came out in the mid-90s. That hot, wild vision. So on and so forth. Man, Kage is bringing his A game here. Now, that's the end of me. Notice how far he threw me up into the air and how my body kind of floats. When you're playing this game in the regular Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution arcade mode and not in the 10th anniversary mode, the physics are not like that. You don't hover in the air. When you jump and you kick, there isn't that little bit of floating that you're going to see when I do something like this. Come on, come on. Jeez. Now, the thing about Virtua Fighter that I really am not super enthusiastic about is that there are no character endings in pretty much all Virtua Fighter games. There is one ending in Virtua Fighter 2 for Sega Saturn where Dural's metal skin falls off, and that's supposed to be Kagemaru's mom. But the thing is like Virtua Fighter's story, at least, you know, from my understanding, unless I'm missing massive sections of instruction manuals that I haven't seen, there's not really a lot to go on story-wise, but there is apparently a story there if you do some digging and look for it. And again, I haven't actually seen the Virtua Fighter anime, but I love the opening and closing credits. Like, I watch the opening and closing credits of the Virtua Fighter anime on YouTube quite often. I've been doing that since I was in college, but I never actually sat down and dived into the Virtua Fighter anime like I have with Street Fighter 2V. So that's definitely something I need to do. Here is Wolf. He's, like the Ultimate Warrior, but Indian. And he's beating me up badly here. Maybe I can turn this around. Maybe not. Back, back, back. Back, back, back. Yes, alright. Lure him in and kick him in the face. So Sarah's supposed to be, based on my knowledge, based on Bruce Lee's widow. So she actually practices Jeet Kune Do, which is Bruce Lee's martial arts style. Again, this game has a fantastic soundtrack. Backgrounds are beautiful in their simplicity and vividness. That was not beautiful, that knockout right there. Now, the final boss for this game is going to be Akira. And then the final boss of this game, who you only get one chance to fight, is going to be Dural. And again, like with Vega in the original arcade version, man, come on, darn it. The original arcade version of Street Fighter Alpha 3, you only get one chance to fight the final boss. Now, one thing I also don't like about Virtua Fighter as much as I like about Tekken and Street Fighter is the block button. I'm not a huge fan of block buttons. I much prefer just being able to hit back and block. I think it leads to a lot more fluid gameplay, and especially in a game like this, which is very much, okay, find your move and strike kind of thing, because it's got that more real fight vibe to it. Having a block button is a little bit of a hindrance, but just for my gameplay style, there's plenty of other people that doesn't bother them. Now with Law here, his fighting style in this one-round system that I have set up is it's not a good combination here. If we just keep losing, we'll just wrap the video up, because we've definitely gotten a good flavor of Virtua Fighter 4 in its 10th anniversary mode. This game came out in 2003, and it really doesn't feel like it's been that long. And in some sense, I guess 2003 in historical terms really isn't that long ago. But still, it doesn't seem like it's been only... I graduated high school in 2002. Please don't knock me out, darn it. So this game came out a year after I graduated high school, and I'm 36 years old now, so it is what it is. Chronologically. Now again, if you saw my previous video where I played through Tekken 4, I definitely had a lot better command of the game, and right now we're just getting into a situation where I'm falling into a losing streak, which is unfortunate. Maybe you like to watch people lose on YouTube, and if you do, there's something probably wrong with you, but nevertheless, that's, I guess, all part of the experience, and all part of the stick-to-itiveness that is important if you want to get good at video games and any other skill in your life here. Now, I'm just kind of milking these single-move combos here, and it's, there we go. He moves so fast that you don't really get a lot of time to think, but all's well that ends well there. I'm kind of disappointed she doesn't say her "better run home to mama now" quote. So here I think we're at Akira right now. And this is probably going to be disastrous, but we'll just see how it goes. Nice checkerboard pattern there. Trying to do my backflip to hurt him, but darn it. There it is, but he blocked it, so it didn't really do much. If you're someone who likes to draw, you can really actually appreciate the geometric aspects of these characters here, because really good art is about breaking the character down into shapes, and you really get to see the different planes on these characters here. That's not wise. Got him. Alright. That button combination of rapid forward punches, I used to use that with Mauler all the time on fighting Vipers, and it always served me well, so it's serving me well again right here. Here's Dural, the final power, who we will almost certainly lose to, because she is just super cheap, and we only get one shot at her. I'm going to try to lure her in this corner here. Nope, that's not working. Yep, that's the end of me. Now, the cool thing about the credits in this game is that it will literally list every Virtua Fighter ever made, and down to, apparently, Sega Saturn had something called the CG Character Portrait Series, and I'm not actually sure what that was, if those were just fan discs that had CG character portraits on them, but they're listed quite a bit in these closing credits here. And really, your closing credits are just highlights of your game shown it like this, right? You get this kind of 3D grid slick, almost like it's some kind of computer program look to it, and it just basically shows the highlights of your game that you just played through. And that's Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution in the 10th anniversary mode for the Sony PlayStation 2. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. So I highly recommend this game. We'll do another review for the channel where we actually play through the regular mode, where the graphics are really state-of-the-art beautiful and can go really, I think, toe-to-toe with things that you see on the PlayStation 3 and maybe even some of the less sophisticated games on the PlayStation 4. But certainly Virtua Fighter, always well known for its beautiful cutting-edge technological imagery, and this game is no different. In 2002, this thing looked fantastic, and in 2019, it looks just as good to me. Until next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care, and look for more of number 4 themed videos coming soon. Bye-bye.